One chapter at a time, learning how to live out the New Testament in everyday life. Matthew 1, we're talking about Joseph. What if the thing God is asking you to do makes no sense? Sometimes obedience to God looks crazy to the world. If we look at Joseph in the story, he had every right to leave Mary. Like, she's pregnant and it's not even his child. And she's like, it's the Holy Spirit. Yeah, right. Like, I'm dumb, but I'm not an idiot. I know how getting pregnant works. I know how giving birth happens. You really expect me to believe that God got you pregnant? He had every right to leave. But God shows up to him and speaks to him in a dream. He says, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife, for the child within her was conceived by the Holy Spirit. She will have a son. You are to name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Joseph's responsibility was huge. His obedience was important because without it, it would not fulfill the prophecies that Jesus would come through the family line of David. We read all of Matthew 1. It's a genealogy connecting from Abraham to Jesus, showing us that Jesus traces all the way back to Abraham. Joseph, in his obedience, steps out and says, God, I trust you. I don't know what this looks like. This looks crazy to the world. It looks crazy to me, but I believe that you spoke it, so I am going to do it. He names him Jesus, and by naming him in that culture, it signified adoption, of saying, he is my son. By Joseph naming him Jesus, he places Jesus in the family line of David, fulfilling the prophecies. Simple obedience changed history. What could it change in your life? What's one thing God has been asking you to do, but you're hesitating on? Drop it in the comments below.